Good morning. I wanted to share something with you that is a message that I believe the world needs to hear. And we talk about mental wellness, so this is along the line of it. And these are tools that I want to share with you to help you become a master over your mind, to become sovereign over your mind, and to know that really understanding that is everything. I have been called to this work of shifting the level of consciousness in the lives of people by helping them identify their own blocks, their own fears. And so the reason why I'm able to do this is because this is my own personal journey that I went on with God. And I know this is my calling because I tried to run from it in the process because of fear. And I kept being pulled, like this magnetic pull just kept pulling me that was stronger than my fears. It was speaking constant. And so I knew that I had to identify those fears and recognize which one had more power over me. And I recognized that fear for a long time was the illusion of having its power over me, and that I truly had the power within myself because it was divine presence that lived and radiated on the inside of me. Underneath all of the fear, what was ringing louder and was ringing so ever true was the divine anchor, the spirit that is within me, and God that is within me. Or some would say, just the spirit man, your true self. It was that thing that was radiating on the inside of me. And what I also know that was also constant was my fear. So it was a matter of choosing which one had true power, which one was the truth, and which one was false. And I awakened to this when I went on my journey with God, because my life was going very, very bad. And I lived with so much anxiety and inner depression that many people didn't know about, but the people that were, my closest family knew. But I had an encounter with God because my life was going terrible, and I was having so much heartache in my heart. And that's when I had the encounter with God, and that's when I began learning the tools how to shift and transform my life for the better. And that's what I want to share with you on today. Many of us, or if you were like me, we're trying to fix things on the outside, and that is not the answer. If you're struggling with anxiety, depression, just a cycle of that, a repetitive cycle of that, I'm here to help shift the paradigm in your life. To understand the mind is everything. To understand the mind is everything. Now I'm going to share with you really quick, really briefly what that really means. But I will be hosting a workshop, how to be a parent over your mind, and I'll leave the link at the bottom. It will be this Saturday. It's going to be groundbreaking. But I wanted to share with you the importance of being a parent over your mind and understanding what that truly means. What that truly means. One of the things that I want to share with you is knowing that you are not your mind. That to really understand that, and really to lock that in within your thought process. Really understanding that you are not your mind. So the thoughts, the belief patterns, the fears, right? And really understanding that. And then it's like, okay, well, if I'm not my mind, right? If these thoughts are going on within me, if I have these fears, these defense mechanisms, many different things come at us, right? Social media comes at us. And most importantly, how we were raised in our environment, what we learned our survival skills, our need to survive, these defense mechanisms that we have created, that we created in our lives as children, sort of like dysfunctionally functioning, or surviving, and you don't really know, or not aware, or have a full understanding that it was what you created as your sense of defense, or as your sense of understanding in life, as your sense of understanding in the world. And we can become our own enemy, our own demise, and not even know it. You can push away joy, you can push away fear, you can push away really transformation in your life, because the mind is so hardwired for protecting itself, for surviving, right? And so to be able to understand that is key. And I'm going to break that down, like I said, on Saturday. But to be able to get, and all that get an understanding, that's what scripture talks about. But to be able to understand that for you, and what that looks like divinely for you, is everything, right? So being able to understand that is everything for you, and what that looks like for you, and how that feels in your body for you. And to know too that it does not have power over you. I used to have so much anxiety and used to jump at every little thing and try to protect myself from every little thing. It was a learned behavior that I learned from my guardian growing up. And you pick up these traits, right? And then God tells me, this isn't who you are. This isn't who you are. This is how you think you have to show up. Whew. Right? And so the brain has records, it has memory, it has experiences in our lives when we were younger that says, of course we have to defend ourselves. Of course we have to show up this way, because this is how we survive. This is how we get by. And so the brain says that. And so it's hardwired in struggle. So it pushes away, and it oftentimes becomes our demise, and it blocks the things within our lives that we're not aware of. It blocks the good in our lives. And we are energy, everything is energy. And we end up, like I said, becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. So we end up creating more of the thing that we don't want, and we're not even aware that the very thing that will shift all of that is a level of awareness of self, a level of awareness that God is within you, and that you can go to God in your moment of triggering, that you can go to God when you feel bad, that you can go within and get quiet with the divine and ask these questions. Why am I feeling this way? Okay, where did this trigger comes from? And really understanding that and being still in that. Vulnerability is everything, and understanding is everything. And you get the opportunity to really understand how to be the best parent over your mind. And God taught me how to be a parent over my mind. Of course, I did research, I did learning, I took classes, right? And there's also a divine intelligence within us that is calling us to heal ourselves. And so that's what this workshop is all about. So if you're struggling with anxiety, and it's been like that for years, if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling just trying to get a hold in a level of peace or clarity, and you may not even think that it's possible for you, I'm here to help share the tools with you. Okay, so do know at the end of the day, if you get nothing else out of this, that there is nothing too hard, or that nothing can truly ever stop you but yourself, in truth. And to know what those blocks are that we've created in our minds that doesn't allow us to see the truth and hear the truth and speak the truth. And then our vibration changes, our energy changes, and then our reality changes. This is how physical manifestation occurs. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll go ahead and leave the link at the bio. If you enjoy this message, and if you feel someone else could hear this, go ahead and click and share this message. But that's all I want to share with you today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a great day.